Salut! Bienvenue tout le monde. Je m'appelle Atieke. You are very welcome to What's Cooking right here on Channel 1 TV. Yes, I just went to dig for my French. You see, the truth about my French is that I'm not half bad at it. I could actually teach French, mais je l'écris moins bien que je le parle. Ça, c'est le problème. But I'm working on getting my oral French back. I can write it, I can read it, I can even sing French. I'll sing for you later. But I'm sure you've guessed by now that my guest today is a Frenchman. And for that matter, we are doing some French and English fusions here, and then maybe we'll throw some Ghana ever inside too. All right, and I'll introduce him shortly. But today we're making acheke with grilled tilapia and aloko, fried plantain. Not kelewele, fried plantain. Aloko doesn't have all the same spices that kelewele has. And then we have some veggies to go with it as well. A few years ago, all of a sudden there was a huge interest in acheke in Ghana, and everybody wanted to sell acheke. So I'm sure it's something that many of you are interested in. As for tilapia, it's a staple for many people, many of us in Ghana in our diet, and I know that recently a lot more people around the world are getting interested in it as well. And as for ripe plantain, our own cocoa, Madame True, we can't live without it. So it's going to be a jam today, a francophone Ghanaian fusion, and we'll talk more about acheke, because even though we think about our French-speaking brothers and sisters when we think about acheke, acheke also has homes in Ghana. Many of the Hanta people eat acheke. You know, if you go to a colleague of ours who comes from Elubu, she'll tell you right on the border of Cote d'Ivoire, they eat acheke as well. So it's something that we have here at home too. Don't forget, this show is sponsored by Tasty Tom, Ufakakra, Na Ye Bebre, Fortune, Rice, and Mopa. We love it. It's Mama's choice all the time, and it's always on point, just like Mama. Vital, you! Yes, you deserve a life of goodness, and the new kid on the block. Everybody's talking about Kivo, and Kivo has joined us right here on What's Cooking. So a very big welcome to Kivo Pepper. We're glad to have you on board. Let's go for a break, and when we come back, we get cooking. Welcome back. This is still What's Cooking right here on Channel 1 TV. And if you're just joining us, I did say earlier that today my guest is very special. And he's special because he sort of straddles two nations, okay, particularly Ghana and Benin. And we've been having lots of conversations over the years about why Ghanaians and Anglophone speaking countries are not more better versed in the French language. And so he and I are going to, you know, he's going to teach me some French and we're going to do some things. But we are making acheke with grilled tilapia and aloko, and we've got all the veggies in between today. And I know a lot of people, I said earlier, like acheke. I know people who go out to look for acheke all the time, and so we are going to learn how maybe you can do it at home and how you can even find it and the ingredients that you need to play around with the meal at home. Okay, so it's time for me to introduce my guest. He is a very interesting person, not just because of his heritage and what he carries in that regard, but because of his love for gastronomy and how he blends and fuses Ghanaian and Francophone flavors together. It's very interesting. It's very admirable. So allow me to introduce at this point Chef Oral.
Hi.
Ça va?
Ça va et toi?
Très bien.
Ça fait plaisir de te rencontrer.
Ah, toi aussi.
Ah bon.
Oui. Ok. Donc aujourd'hui, on va faire acheke.
Oui.
Et
le poisson.
Le poisson?
Oui.
Tilapia.
Le poisson braisé au four.
Braisé au four. Ok. Et
de l'aloko.
De l'aloko.
Ouais.
Okay. Great. So we just said we're making acheke today with fish, more specifically tilapia. Poisson is fish. You see, I understand it. And then we're doing it with our plantain. And what are we going to do with the vegetables? The tomato,
okay, so
the piment.
We have green pepper.
L'oignon.
We have onions.
Yeah.
We have red pepper. We have fresh tomatoes. We have garlic cloves. We have ginger. We have our salt and we have some cube.
Okay.
We have a bottle of vinegar here.
Okay.
Are
we making a
so
vinaigrette?
What we're doing is, yes, we're going to do a vegetable vinaigrette. The acheke normally goes with vegetables, and some people prefer to do it on fire. Others to like the fresh,
like a stir fry kind of thing.
Others like it also freshly cut and all that. So today we are doing freshly cut vegetables. So we're going to use fresh tomatoes, onion, and cucumber. Basic. That's the basic. I mean, others mix and add a lot of other things. But
now let's talk a little bit about that acheke before we start putting things on the fire.
Yes.
So when you look at it, I mean, some people would say it looks a little bit like quinoa. Some would say it looks like fonio. For us, it looks like gari, and even smells like it. And that's because it's cassava, basically, it's cassava. Some may even say it would remind you of tapioca, which is also cassava. But how do we get to this point? Because I know it takes about 8 days, before we arrive at this state of the acheke. So how do we get here?
Okay, so mostly what you do is you peel your cassava quickly, and you wash it, then you boil it. You boil it, then you put it in an aluminum foil or a cling film, whatever you want to do, and you leave it for 3 days. So it has to ferment. It
has to ferment
for 3 days.
Now that's the trick.
Right.
Because when you eat it, it has a bit of a sour.
Kinda, right.
Okay.
So when it ferments for 3 days, you take another batch of cassava, you cut it into pieces, you now mash it or you grate it. When you grate the cassava, the one that you left 3 days ago, you take it back, then you mix it together and blend.
Blend it. Okay, so how do you blend in a blender, or
you can use a food processor? It's safer.
Okay, so that's safer.
Right. But it doesn't have to blend very smooth. It needs to blend just a little. When you're done, you transfer into a bowl, cover again for another 3 days.
So when you're leaving it to ferment, you do leave it in the open air, or you put it in the fridge?
No, you can just leave it in the open air.
Like how you're fermenting maize when you're preparing it for banku or kenke to go and mill it. Okay, but it should be covered.
It should be covered. So after 3 days, when you've mixed your boiled 3 days fermented cassava and the fresh one, it normally has this the color changes a bit.
So now is it coming like this?
Not really
like this,
but it's a bit brownish kind of. Then now what you do is you put palm oil on fire, a little bit of palm oil.
As in the red oil?
Yes, red oil.
There's only?
Yes, only.
Interesting.
When you leave it on fire, you need to allow it to overheat. So you know when you put palm oil on fire and it overheats, it changes color. It becomes light.
Or very light.
Very light.
Clear.
Clear, kind of, yes. So once you're done with that, you pour it on the fermented cassava that you've left for the 3 days. Then you mix it together. Then what you do is, because you've left it for 3 days to ferment, you have to go back to it. Use a grater. Then you grate it again into a pan or it should be a flat surface. Once you're done grating, you leave it on the sun for like 24 hours for it to dry. Once it's totally dried, the next day now what you do is you put water on fire, you put a sieve on fire, then you just spread it on. It doesn't go into the water. Just like the way you do, we are going to do it right now.
Alright, how you do quickly.
So
you have the nice
once you put
sieve.
Once you put it there, you cover it. You need to be checking consistently. You need to be stirring. As the heat gets into the acheke, and you stir, you keep stirring, you get this color. So
you more or less steam it.
Kinda. So once you're done, it comes to this, and you leave it to cool. Then you have people bagging, selling, or you just bag it, keep it in your house.
That is so it's something you can actually make at home.
Oh yes.
I mean, the process is long, but if you make it in batches, you can. So how do you store this, in the fridge or the freezer? In the fridge. In the fridge. So you just airtight.
You just tie it in
because I see that.
Exactly.
So in the Olunka bag. And then you just put it
in the fridge. Some people prefer to keep it in the deep freezer, but the deep freezer, what happens is when you keep it in the deep freezer and you bring it out, sometimes if you're not careful, you lose the texture. It has not become starchy like it has to because of the ice that has gone in it. But when it's in the fridge or you leave it outside, but it's not safe outside because sometimes because of heat, it can actually spoil. It can become very moist.
Okay. I love it. I love it. Okay,
Yes.
let's start. All right, so where do we begin?
Okay, so we will first of all do our pepper sauce.
Okay.
Okay, so today I'm giving you two different types of sauces. I'm giving you a green pepper sauce and I'm giving you a red pepper sauce.
Okay, but Acheke has to go with the pepper sauce.
It has to go with the pepper sauce.
Has to go with the pepper
Yes,
sauce.
and also has to go with a bit of tomato sauce.
I mean, when it comes to Acheke, it's very interesting. For me, my very first introduction to Acheke, I must have been maybe 13 or 14.
Okay.
And one of my closest friends, Jim, she's like a sister, her mom, a part of her comes from Axim.
Oh, okay.
And so because of her, we used to spend a lot of time at each other's houses. She's like a second mother to me. Shout out to Auntie Amy. So because of her, I very early at 13, 14, I tasted Acheke, I tasted Fum Fum, the red and the white. You know, I got to taste all these things. So I had never associated it with the Ivory Coast until maybe 7, 8 years ago when it became such a huge thing in Ghana. And now everybody was, the Ivorian restaurants and spots, eateries were popping up, and Acheke was the thing. You know, so as my brain works, it was just a very interesting connection and another example of how Africans, we are all one. We come from we are cut from the same cloth.
It's amazing how Ghanaians now love Acheke.
Yeah.
I mean, can I have more of the green pepper sauce?
More green pepper?
Yes, please.
Okay, get you some more green pepper.
Okay, so
we have some in the fridge.
Okay, so transfer.
Okay. So what are the key ingredients for this green pepper sauce?
Okay, so I have a special way I make my pepper sauce.
Trust you.
So
I mean, how could I forget? You're a chef, so of course you have.
So you have your pepper, your paprika. You add a bit of onion. I like to use just one. I mean, because we need to fill the pepper.
It's about the pepper. It's about the pepper. It's not about the onion.
Right. Then you can add like 4 cloves of garlic.
Okay.
And then 1 ginger is fine.
Okay.
Just cut it into pieces quickly.
Okay.
And then I add some spring onion.
Okay. Alrighty.
Right.
Okay.
So mostly I like to
So do you add the spring onion for the flavor or for the color?
For the color.
For the color. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Now we are ready to blend.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you just add one.
Okay, 1 bouillon
chicken
cube.
nuggets.
Okay. Okay. So this is chicken.
Yes,
chicken cube. Okay. Is there a reason why you don't want to use shrimp or beef or?
Personally, I just
love
prefer
to
use
the chicken taste.
Yes.
Okay.
Now we're going to blend, but we're not going to use oil, water.
Okay.
We'll use oil.
So frito comes in handy.
Right.
So the first time I experienced this, where a chef came on the show to use frito oil to blend, it was actually a chef that frito introduced us to, and so they came.
Okay.
She came, amazing lady, and since then this is what I've been doing. I've been blending
with oil.
Yes, and I love it. And you don't get your mixture being too watery. It's nice and thick. I love it.
All right.
Okay, it's on already. I've put it on for you. Okay, so our pepper is blended. Is there a particular consistency? Do you want it to be very smooth? Should it be chunky? How do you like it?
I like it to be not too smooth, not too rough.
Okay.
It's in between.
Okay.
So that when we're frying on fire, when it's almost cooking, you get the pepper to be thick.
So that's okay.
So when you take the acheke, you can actually
it's a dip.
Exactly.
It's actually a sauce.
Exactly.
Okay, got it.
So transferring to our bowl.
Okay. Okay.
Now it's ready to go
straight on the fire. We're not adding anything else. Okay. All right. So what are we doing next? So the green pepper sauce, we are just leaving it.
We leave it to cook.
Okay. So it's very similar to the Ghanaian green pepper sauce as well.
Yes,
see, one people. We are the same people.
So now we'll blend for our fish seasoning.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll blend some ginger.
Okay. So again, is this your own recipe, or this is how the Ivorians would do it? So I mean, you're adding ginger, you're adding garlic. So again, is this typically how it's done, the Ivorian way, or this is your own recipe?
It's typically how it's done.
How it's
Some
done,
people
okay.
like to use the powdered seasonings
Okay.
and all that.
Okay.
But it's better when you use the natural
Absolutely.
seasoning. So we'll just blend some garlic. We'll blend
I mean,
some
the powdered ones, they help us and they are
ginger,
convenient.
and we'll
for us if we
add
can.
one onion.
Okay. So this is how the Ivorian would season
Right.
his or her tilapia.
tilapia.
Okay, I love it. Well, we're right across the border from each other, so
Right.
and we know that because of the border divisions, there are some Ghanaians who are there, and some
right.
Ivorians who
Yeah,
are here. We
very
know,
true.
so it shouldn't be surprising.
Very true.
Okay, so once again, this is not very smooth.
Not very smooth.
Also very
Yes,
chunky.
please.
Okay, is there a reason for that? Because we're seasoning.
We're seasoning, so
yeah.
once it's cooked and you're eating, you need to feel
and
the
tiny
garlic,
bits
you
of
need to
chunks.
feel the-
Ooh, I like it. I like it. I like it.
And when it comes to our fish also,
And this tilapia has already been cleaned, washed, it's prepped.
yes,
Right.
but I normally like to take off
The gills.
the gills.
Okay.
Yes.
Is there a reason
Ivorians normally don't eat the Acheke and tilapia with the gill.
with the gills? Okay.
I mean,
so we
if
need
it-
to stay true to the
Exactly.
tradition. I
So
understand.
we'll take that out.
Okay. So is it one tilapia to a person?
Yes, one
Okay.
tilapia to a person, but these are quite huge.
Yes,
so
they are pretty big. Are we going to cut them?
We'll cut them.
Okay.
Okay. So now we would.
Okay, so our tilapia is washed. Gills are out.
Yes, please.
So what are we doing next?
We'll slice them,
Okay, into two.
cut them into two. Yes, please.
Okay. Alrighty. Beautiful clean cuts. Okay. Alrighty. Tilapia is such a meaty fish.
Yeah. Very meaty. These tilapia are huge.
Yeah. Okay.
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 So now we go on to
So now we're going to grill.
season our fish.
Okay, we're going to season
Yes.
it.
So we put some salt
Salt.
first.
Okay.
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 Now we'll add our blended.
Our blended, our ginger, our
Ginger,
garlic,
right.
and onion. Okay. I wanted to find out, so when you're doing it the Ivorian way, red onions, that's what you use?
You use.
Okay,
Yes,
so it's
yes.
still the red
The red
onion.
onions.
Okay. Okay.
Then we'll add some chicken seasoning.
Okay.
Just so that the seasoning gets into the fish, we'll just give it a cut.
Little slit. How's it doing?
It's doing okay. We'll add a bit of salt.
Okay.
And then lastly, just a little bit more of chicken seasoning.
Okay.
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 You want to taste it?
Yeah, I think I do. And can I handle the heat like you?
Oh.
Okay, let's put it here. All right. Not bad. I'm not much of a pepper girl, but it tastes really good.
Okay, so now what we're going to do is we'll add a little bit of pepper to our fish.
Oh, interesting. I see. Why is that?
So the fish can be a bit spicy.
Okay.
So you feel some
So I
pepper.
feel a bit of the pepper in there.
Right.
Okay.
So just a little.
Okay. Just a little. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, you know what? Let's go on a break. At this point, our green pepper sauce is almost done. Our tilapia is ready to hit the grill, and pretty much we're moving along very quickly. So let's go for a break. When we come back, we'll get this on fire and then do a few other things. And don't forget, our local is still waiting for us too. This is What's Cooking. We'll be right back. Welcome back. This is still What's Cooking right here on Channel 1 TV. My name is Atieke. And we've been doing something very interesting today. We're making acheke with grilled tilapia. We have aluko and it's ready. Just look at how gorgeous this is. It's golden. I bet it's tasty. I don't even need to taste it to confirm that. But we've come a long way on our journey. Our green pepper sauce is ready. Our red pepper sauce is just about there. As I said earlier, our local fried plantain, it's here. It's glorious. It's grinning and shining at us. We are happy about it. And now we have to get going with that acheke. I believe the tilapia is also in the oven. It should be just about there and done very soon. Okay. Now don't forget that this show is sponsored by Tasty Tom. Vital, you, yes you, my darling, you deserve a life of goodness. Fortune rice and mopa. And it's always Mama's choice because Mama's always on point when she uses it. And the new kid on the block, we're welcoming today Kivo Pepper. We're so happy to have you. We see you all over the place, and we're glad that right now you're a part of the What's Cooking and the Channel 1 TV family. Bienvenue, Akwaba. welcome to you, Kivo. Now, my guest here, Chef Orel,
yes,
he's immersed in what he's doing. We're doing it Ivorian style. We brought the Francophone to the Ghana, and I love it. But Chef, and while we're getting our red pepper sauce going, can you just tell us a little bit about what we've done? Because there's a lot that we saw on the camera and all that. What have we done so far since we went on our break?
Okay, so we've done our red pepper sauce.
Yes.
And the red pepper sauce is just like we did the green pepper sauce.
Okay, but this time with the red pepper.
The only difference is red pepper,
Okay.
and this time there's no spring onion.
Okay.
It's just red pepper, garlic, and ginger.
Love it.
All right, and you season with some chicken seasoning, and you're good to go.
Great.
And then we fried our plantain like initially said, golden brown. It doesn't have to be too dark. It has to just be golden brown.
That's the Ivorian way.
Yes, please. And then we have prepped our vegetables as well. We've done our cucumber, our onion, and our fresh tomatoes. We'll season it, and it's good to go.
While you're making the red pepper sauce, I was eating some of the cucumber.
That's okay.
You didn't see. So I'm tricking myself.
That's okay. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to warm our acheke.
Okay.
Okay. This is ready. Like I said earlier from the beginning, you can have it straight away.
This is already steamed, so we can eat it
It's already
like this.
steamed.
So that's as cold, right?
Yes.
I want to taste it.
You see, it's starchy,
Yeah.
but it's not too starchy.
No.
When we finish warming it, you see the difference. Okay. Alright, so we'll transfer it.
Okay. So this is just a pan with boiling water.
Yes,
and then we have a colander on top. Okay. So when you warm it, you steam it.
Yes.
What about the people who say, oh, I want to warm it in the microwave, or
You can.
I want to stir it in a pan?
No, not in a pan.
Definitely
Microwave is workable.
Okay.
Microwave, you just have to sprinkle a bit of water on it.
Okay.
Put it in the microwave, not for too long, because if it stays in there for too long, it will become hard.
Okay, like rubber.
Right.
But definitely not in a pan.
No, not in a pan.
Okay.
No. It's a no-no.
Okay. So, Chef, how did you learn how to make acheke?
I have family in Acheke, in Abidjan.
Okay.
So most of the times when I go there, I have an auntie. She actually taught me how to do Acheke.
Yeah.
So that's how I learned.
Is that one of the things that inspired you to become a chef?
No.
No?
I'm actually a self-taught chef.
Oh.
So what happened was my mom is a caterer.
Okay.
And then I was working in the corporate world, and at the point I was like just tired of the 8 to 5 job. So I was like,
It wasn't your thing?
Nah, not really. So cooking was something I was very passionate about. And then one day I just decided to come up with a flyer, and I gave myself a name, Salad King. And I just did a broadcast that very day, and to my surprise, others started coming that very day. So that's how I started my cooking journey, and that was like 9 years ago.
It's amazing, and I must mention that Chef Orel is the founder and CEO of Salad King, and they're not too far away from us here at Channel 1, just in the Tesano hood.
Right.
So you were here before we came. So you welcomed us when we came. I love it. I love to hear it.
Let's check on our tilapia quickly.
Very necessary.
So it doesn't. Ooh, nice. Okay, so our red pepper is ready.
Pepper's ready.
We would transfer into salsa.
It's actually orange. It's interesting.
Okay, just a little bit.
Okay, so our tilapia, we're waiting for it to dry out, right?
Right, yes.
I keep saying, we've said it here on What's Cooking a number of times, that if you have an oven at home, you should use your oven. It's a great tool. Long before air fryers came, we had them. And you can do so much. So much in the oven. And the thing is, if you're a busy person, you work from home, you have kids, or you have different tasks or chores that you're juggling at any particular point in time, most of the time you pop whatever it is into the oven and you have space and time to focus on other things. So yeah, play with your ovens, learn how they work, use them, explore them. They are great. And for people who are very health conscious, especially when it comes to cholesterol levels and whatnot, you typically don't need a lot of oil when you're either oven grilling, roasting, or whatever it is that you may be doing. So that's also a better option as well. Okay. How's our acheke doing? We're almost there.
Almost done.
So we're pretty much done. What are we doing with the avocado? You know, I like avocado. So
the avocado is it's a plus.
Okay.
I mean, once you're done dishing your fish, your acheke, your aluko, and your pepper sauce, you can slice a bit of pear avocado on it, and you're good to go. Yes, and we have a mayonnaise also. So you just add a bit of mayonnaise to it, and you know, when you scoop the acheke, you scoop your fish, you scoop the vegetable on top of it. You take a bit of mayonnaise. Everything in the plate has to go into your mouth for you to get
the full experience,
exactly.
full flavorful experience. I love it.
Quickly, let's season.
You see, this is why I love my francophone brothers and sisters. Everything you do has 10,000% passion attached to it. I love it.
Exactly. So we'll quickly season our vegetables. Okay.
But they taste good already. What else are we adding?
With the vegetables,
yeah,
we'll add some vinegar,
okay,
a bit of oil, and then a bit of chicken seasoning.
Okay, okay. So I'm seeing that the same ingredients in terms of seasoning run through pretty much every part of the meal.
So
yes, does that help to give it a...
If we had some fresh parsley, that you can chop a bit of that into your veggies, and you can use that as well into your seasoning when you're seasoning your fish. Yes.
Okay. So is it because we want a cohesive, unified taste? Is that what it is?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Everything should
come together.
Brilliant.
All right. So.
Okay.
Not too much oil.
Just a tiny bit.
A little bit.
Okay.
That's fine. Then we can just use the chicken seasoning.
Okay. So we've covered the acheke. Is that so that the vapor can actually do the warming?
Exactly.
And get it to where we need it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Then we add our vinegar.
Okay.
You can use the cover to measure. So 1, 2.
2 is fine.
2 is fine. You mix it all together.
This looks like a meal on its own. It looks like a salad king.
It's a
salad king dish. In your opinion, what makes a good salad?
What makes a good salad? Hey, Atieke, this question. Everybody has their taste. I mean, I personally, my slogan is the healthy choice. So when I'm making my salads from Salad King Cuisine, I think about health. So I don't do the Ghanaian salad, the one, our Ghanaian people.
Very heavy on cream.
The
United Nations salad.
Sardine and things, no. I do more of chicken salad, and my chicken salad is chicken breast.
Okay, so the white meat, lean meat.
Exactly. I do avocado, I do French salad as well. Yes, so salad, what makes a good salad, it depends. I mean, everyone has their taste.
Brilliant.
All right, so our vegetable is, you want to taste?
Well done. I do want to taste. Okay.
Go right ahead.
Thank you. So I have to get all the different vegetables in the spoon, right? Wow. Wow.
Anything missing?
Absolutely nothing. I even eat just this.
Oh, some people do. They just have vegetables, and this healthy. I mean, it's good. I think I'll check it.
I love it.
Okay.
Check this ready?
Yes.
Almost.
This is ready.
Okay. Get that.
Thank you. Just transfer.
Oh, I see what you mean. Now it's become starchier.
Yeah.
So the heat has loosened it up, and the chemist would say it's loosened up the molecules.
Right.
And now we're seeing the effect of the starch. And that's part of that Acheke experience, the starch.
Yes, starch. Okay, so our Acheke is ready.
It's like mashed eba. I guess it makes sense, right?
Some people call Acheke cassava couscous. I mean.
Well, all right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, our Acheke is ready. The star of the show. Our grilled tilapia. We don't want to take it out right now because we don't want it to get cold, right? Our veggies, our salad is ready. Our loco is ready. Green pepper sauce, red pepper sauce, check. We're ready to eat. So let's go for a break. And when we come back, we sit down and we dine like the king, the queen that we are. Welcome back. It's still What's Cooking right here on Channel 1 TV. My name is Atieke. We're just about wrapping it up here. I've been cooking, well, I've been a sous chef. I haven't really been cooking, but I've been supporting the chef for today. And what we've been making is something very special. I'm sure there are many of you who are watching us who love it. Perhaps you don't even know where to find it. But today we're giving you an idea of how you could have it at home. And I think it makes a great party dish. You know, if you're entertaining at home, you're looking for something African, away from the usual banku and kenke and whatnot, you want to try something different, I think this is a great way to go. All right. And my guest is Chef Aurel. He is the salad king. Make no mistake about that. And you need to look him up, especially if you're a salad lover or you're someone who, you know, wants to incorporate salads, greens, some more healthy things into their diet. He's someone you need to be speaking to. And of course, if you want some Acheke, I'm sure he'll sort you out as well. Don't forget that this show is sponsored by Fortune Rice and Mopa. Always on point, just like Mama. And we have Frital. Frital, you deserve a life of goodness. Look, Fortune and Frital, they're from the same house, Woma, Africa, so don't forgive me. And Tasty Tom, Ufakakra, Naye Bebre, and of course, Kivo Pepper. We are so delighted to have you with the What's Cooking family. After a very long time, we're happy to have you on board. Okay, Chef, it's time to eat.
Yes.
The tradition here is that the chef of the day always does the dish. Yes.
Okay.
So, if you don't mind, okay, but I'll help you. I'll pour the juice.
So as you pour the juice, let me.
Yes. Please feel free. Okay. So this is for you.
Thank you.
And as far as Acheke, we need to eat it with our hands, right?
Yes.
Okay. So we want to give people the full-fledged experience when it comes to Acheke. So we're going to eat with our hands. We've already washed them, so we're ready to go.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. This is for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So you have
Aloko.
your aloko.
I love anything plantain.
On the side.
Do you have to dip the things in any particular way? It doesn't
really matter.
It doesn't really matter.
Mm.
Okay. Ooh, tilapia looks good. So in the end, we sprinkled, or let's
some
say
of the red pepper.
We just embalmed it.
Exactly. That's
We
the word.
slathered it on. Some of the red pepper sauce. Okay. But before we start doing it, we put some of the green.
Yes.
Okay.
So the vegetables can go
the
right
vegetables
on
I've
top
fallen
of
in
the
love
fish.
with already. Okay. Beautiful.
Then you have your green pepper sauce.
So when it comes to the pepper sauces, do you usually have both, or it's usually one or the other?
I like to have both.
Okay. You're spoiling.
You can choose to go for the red one, or you can choose to go for the green one.
Okay. Both beautiful. Very colorful.
Yeah. And tasty.
Okay. That's the important part. Okay.
And lastly, last but not the least, you have a bit of your mayo.
Yeah.
On the side.
Ooh.
Then you crown it all with your avocado.
I love avocado, so please give me plenty. It's amazing. Okay, so now I need you to do your plate because I want you to show me how to eat it. Because I know we've spoken about the fact that you need to, when you're eating, dip it in a certain way so you get all the flavors and all that. So I'm curious to know how you do it. Okay.
A little chicken.
And our loco.
A little aloko.
Okay, fish fry. You see, you have a method. You have a way in which you dish it.
Yes.
I thought so.
some fish.
I mean, I know it's your preference, but I still want to get it. So it's acheke, aloko, fish, veggies on top of the fish.
Yes.
Okay. Then the pepper sauce. Okay.
1, 2. And then the green one.
Okay, so we're set?
So we're set.
Okay, so how do we start this?
So you start with your fish.
Start with the fish, okay.
Yes, so you scoop a bit
so
of the
scoop
fish.
it. Okay. Being mindful of the bones, of course, because tilapia has a lot of bones. Okay.
Take some veggies.
Some veggies.
Drop on your acheke.
Okay. All right.
Now you grab a little of the green pepper sauce
Okay.
on top of it.
On top of it.
The red pepper sauce on top of it. A bit of mayo.
Okay.
On top of it. Okay. Then you can take either 1 or 2 plantain.
Okay.
Just put it on the side. Avocado.
Okay. So it's literally everything.
Yes. So you just mix it together.
Okay.
And
then you take a big bite.
straight into your mouth.
Okay. I love it. I see what you mean.
See, you get a taste of everything.
So the plantain gives you a little bit of sweet. You have the sour from the
sour
vinegar
from
and the veggies. Then there's a nice like buttery feel from the avocado. The mayo in an interesting way like binds everything together. I don't even know how to explain it. And then it doesn't even make the pepper taste very hot.
Hot. Exactly.
Amazing. Thank
What's
you
cooking?
For the, oh Lord.
Somebody should respond. I'm asking, what's cooking?
Acheke is cooking.
That's why
It's
I can
always,
see.
it's, you see, I have very courteous, very demure guests.
You see,
So they always respond to you. That's why you keep coming.
yes, I can see Acheke, Aruku, and Acheke Napaya.
Chale.
Wow. Charlie, please, when I arrive, don't waste time. Just
What?
where we've gotten to, no time wasting. You know, I'm a Google certified judge.
You are?
Yes. So please don't waste time. Yes.
Google certifies judges
Oh, you don't know?
of food.
No, the division. My division. Oh, it's okay, yes. Yes. Aroko. This will be nice.
It is nice.
Yes.
That's delicious.
Acheke Napaya.
Do you want the head
delicious.
or you want the tail?
Tail, yes.
This is really delicious.
Nice veggies.
Thank you.
Why are you giving commentary? Yeah, you have come. You have come to beg for food that you're not invited to eat. Then as they're dishing the food for you, you are giving commentary.
Yeah, no, more pepper. Yes. Yes. Thank
Chef,
Yes, ma'am.
this is my neighbor
Okay.
who I literally, and it's not even a joke, I only see him when food
food
has
is
been
ready.
prepared. And yes, and it's time to eat. Like even though the food already and we are dishing it and he comes, but when we are eating, what kind of behavior is this? When you're in school, Tessa General,
Yeah.
did you ever read the story of the little red hen? So the little red hen, those who don't know the story, she wanted to bake bread and she kept asking, who will help me bake the bread? Not I, said the cat. Not I, said the everybody.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Everybody on the
Thank
farm
you.
said no. Now when the bread was ready, who will help me eat the bread? Everybody came. You are the little red hen's friends. You.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Don't
Help
worry.
me pass
Why
the
are you
chips.
being nice to him? He should have brought water.
Oh, next time. When I'm coming, I'll bring you water. If that's all the requirements.
Chef.
Okay, so chef,
Yes, sir.
you're on it already.
Yes, I am.
So So I start with something here.
Oh,
With your fish?
Proteinous. Protein.
You should have come early so that you'd have known.
I put something here, right?
Yes. Then you take the veggies.
Nice one.
Your pepper.
Pepe.
The red one as well. Your aloko.
Aloko?
Yes.
Wow.
It tastes general because of free food.
Then
You won't
avocado.
use your cutlery today.
No, this
And
is
then
special.
a bit of mayo.
This is special.
Because of free food.
This is special.
You are not using your cutlery.
This is special.
Why is this special?
Please don't jealous me.
So, chef, while
Yes.
he's making up his mind, what he's tasting and feeling in his heart,
Yes.
I find it it's such a beautiful story that you have family in Côte d'Ivoire, right? I mean, you, of course, you are a Beninese Ghanaian. So there's already that very rich heritage, and I'm sure you say your mom is a caterer.
Yes.
At home, you love cooking, so I'm sure you know how to make some of the Beninese meals. Of course, you know the Ghanaian meals too. But to travel and then go and take time to learn other parts of your heritage, like making acheke, I think that's very beautiful. And I want to ask you, for you as a chef, how important is it for you to make sure that whatever you put on a plate, from the fire, from the frying pan, from the pot onto a plate, how important is it for you to be able to share your heritage or a piece of you with people who are eating your food?
It's important because, I mean, one thing I believe as a chef is whatever you make or whatever you cook for anyone to eat, you need to leave a long-lasting impression. There was a time I made couscous and vegetable stew for somebody. The person has had couscous and vegetable stew so many times, but that particular one, he called. That was a client. I was like, what exactly I did to the sauce? And I didn't share with him because, I mean, every chef has a special recipe and have their own secrets. You understand? So coming from Benin and having a part of Ivory Coast, there are some little ingredients and some little secrets we have that we use in making our meals that differentiates the Francophone from the Anglophone. Exactly. So as a chef, I think it's very necessary that whatever you do from fire to the plate, you leave a long-lasting impression in the minds of people. Coming from Benin and partly Ivory Coast, you know, Benin, Francophones, French people have very particular and specific recipes that they use in making their food. So, like I remember there was this time I did couscous for a client, and he's had couscous so many places, but this particular time there were one or two things I added to the sauce, and that gave it a different taste. So he called, and till date he still calls me and tells me he wants to know that recipe. I mean, so it is very important for you as a chef to leave a long-lasting impression of yourself when cooking.
And I mean, I find that it's amazing. You're not saying it's not just about the taste.
No.
But leaving an impression about yourself.
Exactly.
People should be able to experience who you are.
And one thing too is you must be very emotional about what you do. When you add emotions to the cooking, it brings the best out of you. I mean,
see, that's the culinary
if you are
artist
not if
talking.
you are not emotional about what you're doing, I mean, it will not come out right. Emotions also play a vital role.
So you cook with love, you cook with soul, you cook with spirit.
Exactly.
Amazing. Taster General, do you have a question for Chef?
No. I'm busy. I want to concentrate.
You're so rude.
No, I want to concentrate.
Somebody is feeding you, and you there, you want to concentrate.
Yeah,
okay.
No, that's why I need to concentrate. So
Okay, so you there, give us your verdict.
Good marks.
Give us your verdict.
Oh, already?
Yes.
Oh, let me take one last blow.
Chef.
Yes, ma'am.
My last question to
Yes,
you.
please.
I know these days it's very lovely to see a lot more young people getting involved in their culture, one, but also in food culture. I see a lot more young people. You know, at Channel 1 TV and City FM, we run what we call the Back to a Village Food Bazaar every March.
Yes.
And I'm seeing more and more young people come out because they have a genuine thirst to discover who they are through their food. What do you have to say to that young person who is thinking, you know, I'm interested in cooking, I may like to be a chef, but I'm not sure if it's for me? What's your piece of advice to that person?
First of all, just follow your passion. That's what I'd say. I remember earlier when we started, I told you that I was working. I had an 8 to 5 job, but I was not happy about the job.
It was a good job, but
it was a good job. I was just not happy about it. But when I started cooking, I've never been to a catering school. I don't have a catering certificate. But I self-taught myself. I'll spend time, watch videos, I'll spend time, watch cooking things, try it on my own first at home.
Age and all the information is there.
I mean, try it myself at home, then if it's good, I'll ask people to come taste. If it's good and they like it, then it means it's good to go. I can run with it on the bucket. And but that doesn't mean school is not important. School is very important. I mean, it adds up to your skill, and it's one thing I also plan on doing. Yes.
Wonderful.
So don't give up. If you want to go for it, please go for it. But just be sure that you're because it's not easy. Go for it. It will be difficult. Don't give up. Keep pushing. Keep going, and definitely you get to the top.
I love it.
Yes,
That's the salad king.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, now you owe me like plenty salads,
No,
right?
not a problem. Not a problem.
And you guys should look out for him. Like I said, those of you who love salads. And
Not
look,
a problem.
I've had Acheke a lot of times. I haven't eaten. I passed through Ivory Coast before, but I haven't eaten Acheke on the La Côte d'Ivoire land.
Oh,
so
okay.
I feel like you brought that here. I can feel it. The emotion you're talking about, I can
Right.
feel it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for that,
You're
Chef
welcome.
Oral.
You're welcome.
Taster General.
Yes. Like you said, I've never eaten Acheke the way I'm doing now. Like the way I'm doing now. This Acheke, is it imported?
Ah,
It tastes like imported. And it's very good.
Thank you.
Yes. So please, as a judge giving you the marks that you so much deserve, make sure I get a salad.
You will. You will. Thank
See,
you very much.
I knew it.
May the Lord be with you.
I knew
Amen.
it.
Amen.
Corruption. All that you said when you started, I knew it's because you heard that he can bring salad to you. Are you happy?
Is that the case? No. I thought that as a chef,
Chef Oral.
it should be nice.
Chef Oral, thank you
You're welcome. You're
so
welcome.
much for joining me. And
Thank you.
I hope that one of these days you come back and teach you how to do different things. So maybe we can do an array of salads or something. Yeah.
I'm always available.
But this is extremely special. Merci
Thank
beaucoup.
you. Avec plaisir. Avec
Dia
plaisir.
Tebeni.
Amen.
Yeah?
Amen.
Yeah.
Merci
Thank
beaucoup.
you. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been What's Cooking right here on Channel 1 TV. My name is Atieke, and a very big thank you once again to our sponsors, Kivo Pepper, who is the newest in our chain of sponsors. Thank you. We love you so much. Tasty Tom, Ufa Kakra, na ye bebre. And we felt your presence on the set today. Fortune Rice and Mopa, thank you. We love you. And Frital, who brought the nice, beautiful thickness to our green pepper and red pepper sauces. You deserve a life of goodness. Thank you. We'll see you next week.